grinding all these characters 99. I originally was just leveling jobs, and then on a hunch I decided to look up the Onion Knight. I found out that the power-ups they get is related to their actual level and not the job level. So I was forced to have Ingus either play something, be another job, or grind a max. In hindsight, I probably should have done something else. Assuming I didn't have to worry about status effects, namely the instant death ones, Refia could probably solo the rest of the game. Because I did confirm that the Black Belt's power scaling is actually related to their job level. And eventually they reach a point where they do more damage unarmed than with fist weapons. So this is gonna be a little jank. Yeah, this didn't even need haste. Bahammer. Could have at least brought me back to the entrance of the cave. So because it left me out there, I'm pretty sure I can't teleport back. be a little convoluted. You have to go in the final dungeon, because I found out that's where Eureka is. Leave, find the legendary smith, get the ultimate weapon, get the Nautilus, go underwater. There's a lot of stuff we have to do. Granted, it should be relatively quick, aside from the final dungeon, but it's just kind of jockeying back and forth. But I don't think I have to come back to the floating continent. Unless I decide, unless the legendary smith moves there. I shouldn't really have to worry about anything in that regard. That's where Doga is, I believe. Or was. I mean, they're dead now. Yeah. Fine. Oh. Okay, that explains a lot. I thought the Crystal Tower was on the south side of the map. I can't fly over this, which is ridiculously stupid, but whatever. better, might as well. I think this is bringing me back the way we came. Maybe not. It's bad enough I have to go through here again. At least lighten up on the battles. I have to go through here 3 times. I have to backtrack. I'm miserable. So I have to go down into the basement. definitely a scenario that I have to go up before I can actually go into the basement, but that actually looks like a door. You can technically XP farm those guys if you deliberately let them summon more of those things, but you have to be careful not to kill, obviously. So as far as just mindless level grinding, I typically avoid trying something like that. feel like this isn't bringing me to Eureka. I want to get off this ride. Okay, so yeah, I'm not going the right way. I had to look it up. Before I do this, potentially piss myself off. Yeah. Good thing I checked. How insane that the way forward, the way to Eureka is literally the middle thing that you would think is the entrance. apparently a shop here, but I have no idea where it is. So hopefully we'll find it. Because my black mage is missing their level 8 spells. What? Oh. This is Gremlin General. Guess I should check the portal last in case it brings us to the entrance. I should probably have Refia be a thief. Just to add some challenge or strategy to these. But like, I just want to be done with the game. I'm so tired of this. What the hell is that? A staff. Wowie. Skilla. Does that mean we're gonna find Charybdis? that grinding pretty much got us to the guild cap, so I can afford to just throw my money away. I guess that's if you want duplicates of the summon magic, although I can get Odin and I haven't fought Odin yet. Spoilers. All have the relevant magic now. Cascura. So I'm assuming that would give Spirit. Curious. But yeah, Refia's attack set is enormous, to the degree that equipping a weapon is a detriment. I'm pretty sure because we didn't leave the Crystal Tower to get here. I'm pretty sure if I teleport out, if it even allows me to, it's going to take us outside the tower. So I unfortunately have to waddle my ass back to get whatever items I missed. With the ribbon, Refia is now complete as a character. She will not get any stronger, which also means that the game is functionally over. In fact, I'm going to try to one-shot Cloud of Darkness with Refia, which is possible. Considering she has a max strength stat, with haste and focus, she can probably kill it. If not, they would have like a sliver of health left, so I guess it comes down to if she gets a crit in that case. But I feel like that would still be overkill. So where does this go? I'm pretty sure that's everything. Yeah, it does take us all the way out. Alright, so we have to leave, unfortunately. I mean, I don't have to do all this, but it's just like I might as well do all the content in the game. So unfortunately, we have to leave, do a bit of jockeying around, and fight some extra bosses. So might as well equip the weapons. Surely one of these is an improvement. Only some status ailments. Thanks. Yeah, I wasn't entirely sure if Meteor hit multiple times in this. There are some Final Fantasy games where they have spells that will hit multiple times, like Comet in Final Fantasy VII. So I didn't know if it was like that, but it just seems like Flare is a single target one. So I have to get back to the Dark Knight town, which I need the Invincible for. I don't remember exactly where it is. In fact, let's look. Southwest of Saronia. Okay. So it's on the other continent. Conveniently, there's the Nautilus. So I'm hoping I can do all this in one go. And then I don't. Okay, why would it? Whatever. I'm hoping this lets me do it all in one go, not that I have to track down Legendary Smith again. There you are. Okay, well, unfortunately, she didn't do what I hoped. She gave us the Ultima weapon, but I was hoping she'd give us one of the max level job items. Yeah, the ultimate weapon. Amazing description. Right, let's see. Yeah, I do have to track down Legendary Smith again. How fucking annoying. Okay. Fortunately, there's like 8 places that she can go and it's random. So we'll be grabbing the Nautilus, just on account of it being faster. I do need to grab the Nautilus anyway, because we have to go underwater. So, one of the places we can find her is the basement of the castle. This might be the way. Maybe it's not the way. don't have to get all of the job mastery things, I just need one. So I'm not going to have to track her down once we find her. Of course it's not here. I mean, that would be too convenient. So I guess I'll go underwater with the Nautilus. I don't know exactly where I actually have to go underwater, but granted, it's not like there are many locations. Considering where it is, it's actually probably right around here. Because I believe I have to go into the Saronia Catacombs, wherever that is. But the Ultima weapon scales with your health, similarly to the one in Final Fantasy VII. I don't know if that means it'll get stronger or weaker as your health goes down. I assume weaker. Clobbered. And here's Odin just chilling. Now, who dares disturb my peaceful slumber? And then he just immediately tries to kill us. Also, I forgot to make Refia a thief. That was the whole reason I leveled her as a thief, is to steal Gungnir from Odin. Oh well. Too late now. Alright, what places are on this continent? Village of the Ancients. Doka's Village. Ancient Ruins. God damn it. It's gonna be the Ancient Ruins, isn't it? The most convoluted place to get to. We have to go down to get to Doka's. What? I hate having to use Gnomish bread. Why can't it just show me the map? So I thought that continent was directly south. My bad. If I remember correctly, Legendary Smith is in the center area. But I guess I should check all of them to be safe. Huge shadow gliding alongside our ship. Alright, I'm assuming they're not here. So... Wait, what? It says you can wander between two places and she'll just show up eventually. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, I'll try it, but I have to go back to the floating continent, I believe. I think the floating continent should be west of this. Technically, going to the floating continent is ideal because the unknown dungeon that we're unlocking by doing this is to the east of the floating continent. This is gonna drive me insane. Alright, I have to check the Chocobo stable, which is this. No. Game, please. Okay, not in there. I think it's around here. Like, you'd think they'd know better than to get in my way. Not here either. Well, it says I can go between here and Gashel. I just keep checking. So I guess that's what I'm gonna do. Soon I can find the place again. Oh, they're literally right across from each other. That's good to know. Yeah, there she is. That's all I needed. Doesn't matter what weapon or how many is mastered, just one thing. So there should be another piece of mail for us. Where's that Moogle? I mean, it said it's just east. Unless it's underwater. Halfway between the floating continent and the dog continent, because there's a shadow on the water surface. There you are. Like convoluted gameplay mechanics. But if I didn't have to worry about grinding and spoiling everything, last night I would have done grinding in here. Because there are multiple dragons you can fight here. And each one drops a piece of onion gear for the Onion Knight. So let's just fight the boss. We had 4 attacks in one turn. I can do 2 boosts. Of course. But this is more disease than I thought it would be. So let's just get this over with. Yeah, we're doing that again, but I Didn't think he could cause like every status in the game and attack 4 times per turn, that's for sure. Like, unironically, if I survive till next turn, I'm pretty sure Refia just annihilates him. So, Protect would probably be the smartest thing to do. And I can use a Bacchus Cider as a haste instead. I guess technically Arc could just be on full-time healer duty as well. Let's see, can I multicast Protect? No, of course not. I also forgot to change my gear to stuff that protects from status ailments. Oh well. Hopefully Refia can just smack right through his health bar. Because this is grim. Surely Arc will get his turn this time. No? Alright, well I have to not troll this time. Let's try something. One, I have to equip proper gear and not be a degenerate. curiosity's sake, I could do this, but with scuff job levels, it might not be it might be unplayable. So I was thinking maybe I could give them stuff for more protection. But this is honestly as good as it's gonna get. Cause I was like, well, maybe I could give them 2 shields and just put them in the back, but if they don't have any spell slots from no job level, then it's just kind of unplayable. I mean, maybe with this setup, maybe it's just not doable. Because part of the problem is I have to then survive long enough to get buffs out on everyone, and with that asshole healing, well, dealing damage 4 times a turn, it's impractical. So I mean, I could technically have Angus just on support duty. Maybe I'll try that. Give him another shield if I can. I'm hoping the Rune Bracers will protect against silence, because that's like fight ending, having one of my having my white mage in particular. Wait, let's get Tex out first. If I can find them. Yep. Got that out. And of course they are silenced in spite of the Rune Bracers. got the boost again. So they went before the Iron Giant. Surely we will too and get the yell out. No. Well, gotta hope someone important doesn't get fucking clobbered. Nope, silenced. Well, you know. Nothing I can do about it. You want boost. How lucky. Holy shit. I mean, I don't think it's gonna make a difference in the long run, but... When his health gets below a certain threshold, he starts using new attacks. Unfortunately, he has so much fucking health that this will probably take multiple rotations to actually put him in the ground. Fuck. Well, maybe it's okay. I think it's fine. If we go before Iron Giant. it's doomed. I mean, I guess I could trade this out with something else, but yeah, 600. Extremely high damage. Protect wore out, so we're pretty much dead. Yeah, I guess it's just it's not doable outside of getting extremely lucky. Cause like he has 200,000 health, and at 65% he starts doing a sweep attack. We haven't seen it, which means he probably didn't get to that point. So it's probably just doomed. If I had all Onion Knights, then it would probably be fine, because everyone would be tanky as shit, but I can't level 3 Onion Knights to 99. I just want this game to be done with. So, that's what we're gonna do. I mean, I did it in the past, but I had actually prepped for it and not just like, oh, it'll be fine, then find out it wasn't. Unfortunately, we need this. Yeah, it is par for the course that the rune bracers don't protect against silence. I shouldn't be surprised, but it is what it is. If I didn't have to worry about the silence, I would be more willing to try and just muscle through that, but without ribbons for everyone, it's not realistic. Because if the rune bracers, which traditionally were what protected you against silence in other Final Fantasy games, if those don't work, then I don't know what would. Yeah, I really wish I didn't have to go through the Ancient's Maze again. Let's see, I'm curious. Do any of the dragons have a chance to reward ribbons? It doesn't look like it so far. Yeah, no. Even their steel is just like, well, it's just elixirs. Their common drop are elixirs, and then their uncommon and rare drops are pieces of the onion set. Unfortunately, each dragon has a different pool of the items, so it's not just like, well, just keep fighting. It's like, well, you will eventually need to find the other dragons. But oh well. It is what it is. I just can't wait for this to be over, then I can actually start having fun. Like, this isn't terrible, it's just dated. It's experimental, let's put it like that. Honestly, I should have probably just made everyone Onion Knights, like when I was grinding off stream. I should have just done that in all honesty. But I was committed to annihilating the final boss with one punch. Granted, it might not happen, but I'm pretty sure Refia's attacks, her strength is max. So, with 2 boosts and haste, it should work. If it doesn't work, then it will probably have just been a crit difference. Yeah, I'm not playing the After Years. It is technically a sequel to Final Fantasy IV, but it's not. It's mediocre at best. It has some interesting stuff for nostalgia's sake. Like, I think the final dungeon, there's actually, like, bosses from other Final Fantasy games. But it's like, you experience it once, and then it's like, okay, I'm good. I guess you could say the same about a lot of things, but at least like Final Fantasy V, for example, is balanced pretty much entirely around the job system, so there isn't really any silliness in that regard. I'm thinking I might, when I finish Final Fantasy IV, I might do like a, I don't want to say a drawing because that sounds like it's a fucking raffle. I might do like 3 drafts, and if the job selection I get aren't fucking terrible, I might do a 4-job fiesta. But if it's like the worst jobs in the game, then I'd rather have my teeth pulled. Not saying that they have to all be like the best job, like the best in slot jobs, but like if I get like Berserker, Beastmaster, and like Red Mage, it's like it's just fucking doomed. That's like I don't fight any of the secret bosses and I just go right to the end of the game. I don't remember where we go from here. This isn't the right way. Yeah, these enemies... Yeah, their names are Kung Kung. I thought it was a different version and that was in the original, and I was getting ready to explain that. But, no, they're just called Kung Kung. I think if I do a 4-job fiesta, technically I could have done one for this. I could have done a 4-job fiesta for this game, but some of the fights are, like Garuda, are fucking misery if you don't run in specific jobs. which is the main reason I didn't do it, because I know about that ahead of time. Final Fantasy V, there's really nothing. There are a few scenarios that you're encouraged to use specific party compositions, but that's like, oh, well, the monsters here counter magic, so you don't want to use it. That's really the most elaborate it gets in that game. Was there anything down here? I didn't look. No. After this, maybe I'll do a few drafts. I'll do a few after this, and then if I don't see anything I like, I'll try again after Final Fantasy IV as well. I'm gonna have to find the website for it, because I don't remember it off the top of my head. Because it's the Forge Fiesta is like a community-run charity event, but like since no one watches my stream, it doesn't make sense to do a charity thing, because no one would, it wouldn't make any money. I believe that's also more of a speedrun thing that people do, and I have no intention of speedrunning it. Years ago, someone suggested that I try speedrunning, like, not necessarily like a JRPG, but like one of like the original Resident Evil games or something like that. Something that like I'm familiar with and passionate about. But it's like, I see some of the nonsense people do in speedruns, and that just sounds like way too much fucking work. Like out of bounds shit and like having like perfect spacing to like knife a zombie in Resident Evil 2, it just seems like way too much work. Maybe I'm just lazy, I don't know. So, I mean, there's some games that it's just like, well, you just like be really good at it, and then there's other stuff that's like, yeah, you have to like do like frame perfect nonsense and like get out of bounds and do all this fancy shit, and it's like, it's like playing a fighting game. It's like you're taking a test to dictate how much fun you have. Like I'd rather not. Cause that's the main reason I don't play fighting games. It's like taking a test. You either get it right and get a good grade, or you get it wrong and you fail miserably. So is this just a dead end? I feel like that wall collapses, so is there something behind here that I'm missing? And I hope I don't have to teleport out and go through here again. That would be annoying. Actually, what I should do before I panic. Enhance. Game, please. mind. Oh, there is something. How did I miss that? Alright, brought up the thing for 4-Job Fiesta. So during the credits, we will raffle. Not raffle, but we'll do a few drafts. Because, like, I'm willing to try, like, an actual run if I get, like, semi-gimped jobs, but, like, there are some that is just, like, I would rather be dead. I'd rather be dead than do that shit. Cause, like, don't get me wrong, like, the Berserker in Final Fantasy V, it can work. It's not like a completely scuffed job, but you need to basically build around it. So if it's like, if I get Berserker and then 3 other jobs that don't complement it in any way, then it's just kind of there. It really just exists at that point to trigger counter on my guys and make my life a living hell. I'm looking at the rules while we go through all this dialogue. Some of the run types are insane, and not in a good way. Like, there are rule sets that's like, you could get a job from any of the crystals, but it's like, if you can't use them yet, then what the fuck do you do? Just run freelancers, or does it not matter? Because that sounds unplayable to get, like, mostly through the game with just freelancers. So the ghosts of these guys show up to bail us out. So yeah, despite jumping into a raging inferno, he's perfectly fine. I think after this we can actually get ribbons, but I am not leaving the Crystal Tower again to go duke it out with the Iron Giant. I am not doing all that like a fucking 5th time. Yeah, somehow these assholes are gonna help us. So like, if they could teleport straight to us, why couldn't they just teleport us right to Zand? Hey, Lamau. It's kind of sad how weak magic is as opposed to physical attackers in this. Granted, it's kind of a fringe case because the black belt is a death machine when they're maxed out, but The Onion Knight routinely hits for the damage cap, so at least the displayed one. And yeah, after pumping up Zand as the final boss for like hours of story, it's like Lamau, it's the Cloud of Darkness. We're gonna see that again in 4. Yeah, Cloud of Darkness is also kind of Coomer bait. This is a scripted fight. We can't win this. The Great Soul Beyond. Sovereign Guard? Yeah, we gotta go to the World of Darkness. Final dungeon. Not much of a dungeon, but at least not in comparison to the Crystal Tower. The Crystal Tower is a marathon. If I'm not mistaken, I have to go to each of the corners. So we got some exploring to do. Yeah, here are dark crystals. Thankfully, we do not get new jobs. Echidna. You have to fight a boss at each of the crystals. Pretty sure that's everything we have to do here. Like I thought, there are ribbons here. Here's red Zand. And you got clobbered just as easily. So I guess I'll give that to my white mage. The order you do this doesn't matter, you just have to do all 4 corners. Let's see what their name actually was. I guess Ahriman. Yeah. Much like the sun in the world, that doesn't make sense. The sun can exist just fine without the earth. have to assume there's a ribbon at each quadrant, which makes a grand total of 5. Which is strange. I guess because you could technically miss the one in Eureka. That said, I don't need another ribbon. Because Refia has one. Refia has one, and Ingus has the Giga Shield, so he's immune to status effects anyway. Wowie. Queen Scylla. I mean, they kind of look like Shibes. Kind of looks like green Aber. Twin Head Dragon. Kidzor from Wish. That's pretty accurate. Fire, water, air, and earth. Fucking crystals, how do they work? I didn't actually get to see how much damage the Quake did in the other fight, so I wanted to slow it down and see. I'm excited to move on to the other Final Fantasy games. I think my mind immediately draws me to the amount of grinding I'm gonna have to do, mostly off stream, for Final Fantasy VII to fight Ruby and Emerald Weapon. It's not that bad, but it's really the only optimal way of doing it, unless you plan on like cheesing the bosses with like an instant death mechanic, like Vincent's ultimate weapon. You have to dupe sources, and it's kind of obnoxious to do. Once you get it going, it's relatively simple, but it's a scenario that it's because of the way the stat system works, that's really the only way of optimally powering up your characters. Because you could just farm the power sources or whatever yourself manually, but pretty sure the only way to do that is to morph enemies. Again, here's Cerberus. Wowie. At least with Final Fantasy VIII, we can do triple triad for power scaling. But like, I'm also not looking forward to Final Fantasy IX. I'm probably not gonna fight Ozma. I don't know. I've done it before. I'm most likely not doing the super bosses in Final Fantasy X because that would probably be several days of grinding, just because of how that game works. With these, I can kind of throttle the emulator and make things go like fucking Mach 5. I don't have that luxury with the older games. But I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Like 10-2 and 10 and 10-2s are going to be unpleasant in that regard. Because I've played through 10-2 a bunch. I really don't know how to optimize my characters. Because in the international and then HD remasters of the game, they added creature collecting, and from my understanding, the monsters you can get are just better than Yuna, Riku, and Pain. So it's like, if I'm willing to invest an extreme amount of time into that, I guess I could pull something out of my ass to fight the super bosses in that, but it's still not pleasant. So I just go in the middle now? Because we got all the crystals. Yeah. Because even the time I played through Final Fantasy X-2, and I actually had a well-optimized party, some of the like super bosses are just miserable. Like, I don't feel as though it becomes a skill-based game. Final boss. It's unclear what the Cloud of Darkness is actually supposed to be. They're just like, well, Xanda accidentally summoned it. It only exists to kind of bring about the end of everything. It doesn't have any real motivation or... like, it's not gaining anything. You just run into it, that'll work. But even like the appearance of the Cloud of Darkness, it's like, I don't understand. Alright, we're going to scuff the first 2 rounds. Because if we play our cards right, Refia might be able to one-shot the Cloud of Darkness. Alright, let's see. No. If we got a crit, probably, but we didn't one-shot it. Jen. I like how they give us Gil and XP, and it's like, it's the final boss, what are we gonna spend it on? A force called Hope, the character from Final Fantasy XIII that no one likes. Despair. Like Sid and that old man, they're out of their element. They're out of their depth here. They collectively have no grasp of the magnitude of the situation that they were in. Yeah, you give these guys an inch and they take a mile. Anytime now. happy ending for everyone. I mean, saying he fought is kind of a exaggeration. He was on healer duty the entire time. There wasn't a point where he wasn't on healer duty. How's that guy bent his head back like that? Yeah. Alright. So that's Final Fantasy 3. So, the first configuration of jobs for the 4-job test is Knight, Red Mage, Ranger, and Samurai, which is actually not terrible. Let me make a notepad. Reroll. Monk, Mystic Knight, Geomancer, Samurai. Again, an like kind of decent configuration. Monk is kind of cringe, but mostly because I don't think it gets nearly as powered up as in this. Blue Mage, Summoner, Geomancer, Dancer is number 3. These are actually coherent. The problem is Blue Mage requires you to confuse certain enemies in order to learn the blue mat. Well, not necessarily confuse, but you have to be able to take control of them. Because it's like stuff like White Wind or Mighty Guard that are defensive spells, you wouldn't be able to learn otherwise. So, I don't know. That's those 3 for now. I'll hang on to the list and then I'll roll again after Final Fantasy IV. So that's it for me for today. I think I'm stopping by. sending us views, hosts, follows, everything. You guys are awesome. Final Fantasy IV tomorrow. It's gonna be great. I like Final Fantasy IV a lot. It's my favorite out of the pixel era games.